Welcome back. Talking about some more RV sales process. Got another good one for you today. I'm going to be talking about introducing ourselves to our customers because the start of the sales process is just as important as the close. And it might even be more important, to be honest with you, because our first impression that we make with our customer, the first time we speak with them, the first actions that we make, right? What are we doing with our customer as soon as we speak with them? Are we walking them directly out to the dealership? Are we interviewing and qualifying them to make sure that we're showing them the right RV? Are we talking news, sports, and weather? I mean, what are we doing when we first get introduced to our customer? Because that's when the rapport starts to get built, right? It's not when you first start talking. It's not, 5 minutes into the sale. Rapport is really being started the second that you and your customer see each other. The second that your customer sees you, even if you don't see them, the clock has started on building rapport. So if you have, a slump down, bad body language, if you look angry, if you look, whatever the case is, a customer is going to see that and they're going to get some sort of feeling from it, right? So we have to be sure when we're going into these sales that we have the right mindset to close a deal. We need to be happy. We need to be excited. We need to be ready to help our customer and ready to add value to our customers' lives. Right. So when we first see our customer, the first thing we should be doing is making eye contact with them, smiling, walking up to them, and shaking their hand. Right. And when I shake someone's hand, what I'm going to do is I'm going to match the same firmness that they're going to give me because humans by nature, we like to work, we like to hang out with, and we make friends with people who are like us, who are most like us, right? If we're an athlete, we don't have a bunch of friends that, don't like to play sports typically, right? It's just the way of the world. So humans like to work with, they like to do business with, they like to, hang out with people who are like them. So when someone comes up to you and you shake their hand, one way to convey that you are like them is by using the same kind of handshake. Shake their hand in the same firmness, look in their eyes, say hi, and whatever the case is, just convey to them that I'm just like you. I'm easy to do business with. Let's make it happen. Right? That's what you're trying to convey. Not, you're not saying that to them. You're not walking up, shaking their hand and saying, "Hey, look, I'm just like you. We shake hands the same way." No, you're just shaking their hand, same firmness. That's going to convey that, "Hey, I'm just like you." Okay. Now, the next part of our introduction is the most important because, again, as humans, we don't like to not know what's going to happen. We don't like surprises. We don't like to guess what is going to happen, right? So, whenever we're in a dealership, we have this feeling that, oh, who knows, maybe the salesperson is going to walk me around. They're going to waste my time. They're going to show me units or cars or whatever the case is that do not really meet my needs or above my pace, my budget, probably because they just want a commission check and they want the best commission check they can. So they're going to show me units that don't fit my needs, right? So this could be a preconceived notion that your customers have before they come into the dealership, right? Because a lot of customers out there have been in a dealership and got that, kind of used car treatment, right? They've got that, kind of pushy salesman who doesn't want to take no for an answer, who didn't really care about their needs in the first place, who never really asked any questions, just asked straight for the budget, took them right to a car and said, buy it, and then just, rebutted every objection that they had. And people don't like to have those kinds of experiences, right? So the first thing we're going to do when we introduce ourselves to a customer at our RV dealership, or the first thing that I like to do is I like to explain to my customer what kind of process they're going through. What is our sales process? What are you about to take me through while I'm here at the dealership. Because again, humans, we don't like surprises. Genuinely, most of us don't like to be surprised. If someone's hiding around a corner and pops out and scares us, we don't like that. If we're going to, somewhere and we're like, oh, just we're not going to tell you what's happening. We're just going to show up and you're going to find out when you get there. Most people are not going to typically enjoy that experience because it's going to give them anxiety. They're going to be anxious. They're going to be nervous. They're going to be like, what is going to happen to me when I get to where I'm going? Right? Imagine going to a restaurant where you didn't know the process. You just showed up and then random stuff would happen and you didn't know what was going on. You would be like, this is a little weird. Okay. So when you come into an RV dealership, a lot of the times when salespeople don't have a dialed in sales process, that's really what happens is your customer comes into a dealership and then the salesperson runs them through a process that has no rhyme, has no reason, doesn't really accomplish the customer's goals, doesn't help them add value to their life. And because of that, a customer gets turned off and they're not going to come out and say, hey, your sales process was terrible. You didn't ask me the right questions. You didn't learn anything from me. And that's why I'm not buying from you. No, the customer is going to say, hey, you did a great job. Thanks for your time. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. We'll come back when we're ready to buy. All of the million things that you've heard if you work in an RV dealership. So what we're going to do to explain to our customer what our buying process is so they're not surprised is when we introduce ourselves, we're going to use an introduction that explains our buying process and explains the process that they are going to go through. Okay, so it might be something like this. Customer comes in, we shake hands, right, with the same kind of firmness because I want to convey that I'm just like them. Okay, so we shake hands, same kind of firmness. I'm going to say something like, hi, my name's Chris. Welcome to the dealership. What can I help you find? And they're going to say, well, we came into the RV dealership today. We're not really buying, we're just kind of doing our research. And so we just wanted to come in and take a look, right? That might be something they say. Now, this is when we're going to explain our introduction, explain our buying process, explain what they're going to go through. Okay, and the way that we're going to do that is a very easy word track. Okay, so we're going to say, okay, great. Let me ask you this. Have you ever bought from our dealership before? Okay, now I'm asking them if they've ever bought from our dealership before. Not have they ever been to our dealership before. Not if they've ever seen our inventory before. Not if they've ever drove by our dealership before. Not if they've ever walked our dealership before. I'm not asking them any of that. I'm asking them, have you ever bought an RV from our dealership before? Because I want to bring in the context right from the very beginning that I'm going to get you to try to buy an RV, right? I'm not going to get you to walk the lot. I don't want you to look around. I want to find an RV that meets your needs and I want to sell it to you, right? So the first thing I'm going to say, hey, let me ask you this. Have you ever bought an RV from us before? They're going to say yes. They're going to say no. It doesn't matter what they say, okay? Because all we're doing is we're using that to preface our explanation of the process. So this is how it's going to go. Have you ever bought anything from our dealership before? They're going to say yes. They're going to say no. It doesn't matter. Oh no, we've never bought here before. We're just in the research phases. Okay, great. Well, the way that we do business here at XYZ dealership is we give you the best price from the very beginning so we don't haggle and negotiate. We also like to sit you down. We ask you questions on, who, what, when, where, why, and how you're going to be using the RV. That way we can get a good picture of an RV that would actually meet your needs while you're out there camping, because we don't like to sell RVs to people that don't actually meet their needs. So we're going to sit you down. We're going to learn what you're looking for. Once I have a good idea of what you're looking for, I'll take a look at my inventory. I'll see if anything in my inventory lines up with your needs. If it does, we'll go out to the lot. We'll take a look at one or two RVs that meet your needs specifically. And then we'll come back in. We'll take a look at the numbers. I'll show you the numbers so you'll know exactly what you can buy this RV for, whether it be for cash or for credit, or for in a month, cash or in a monthly payment. And if the RV is perfect for you, you'll buy it. If not, I won't even ask you to buy it. Does that sound fair enough? Now that's going to be my introduction. And there's a lot there, so we can, kind of unpack that a little bit. But, what I'm saying in that introduction, have you ever bought here before? That's a word track to set up, explaining of the buying process and the sales process that we're going to take them through. Have you ever bought from here? Yes or no? Okay, great. The way that we do business here at XYZ dealership is we like to sit you down. We like to ask you questions. Now, you see, I'm saying we like to sit you down. I'm not saying, hey, we like to walk around the dealership and ask you questions. We like to stand in the showroom and ask questions. We like to walk you from RV to RV and ask questions. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we're going to sit you down. Okay. And I'm going to sit you at the desk that I'm going to try to close you at. So, wherever your desk is in the dealership, that's where we want to sit them down at. So, hey, I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to ask you questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. So they know what kind of questions I'm going to be asking. Again, this is explaining my buying process and, settling the nerves of my customer and allowing them to understand what they're going to go through. Right? It's lowering lowering my customers' defenses by getting them, agreeable on the process that I want to take them through. Okay. So we're going to sit you down. We're going to ask you who, what, when, where, why, and how you're going to be using that RV. That way I can make sure that I'm showing you an RV that meets your needs specifically. Very important. This conveys to my customer that the reason I'm asking you so many questions is because I have to learn the information I need to show you the RV that will meet your needs and add value to your life. So the only reason I'm even asking all these questions, Mr. or Mrs. Customer, is because I need to know what RV to show you so I can add value to your life. Okay, you see right here in the very beginning, right in the introduction, the sales process is built around my customer's needs, my customer's wants, what my customer is looking for. And that is the reason I have to sit you down and ask you so many questions. Okay, so right there, they can't get too mad at me because the reason I'm doing it is because I want to benefit you as the customer. I want to add value to your life as the customer. Okay, so we have to understand that. So we're going to sit you down. We're going to ask you who, what, when, where, why, and how. That way I can learn what RV, is going to meet your needs specifically. Once I have asked enough questions and I learn enough information where I feel comfortable to show you an RV that meets your needs, right? So this is telling the customer that, hey, I might ask you a good amount of questions, but again, it's only because I need to understand the kind of information I need to show you an RV that meets your needs. Again, based off the customer, based off meeting the customer's needs and asking questions around what the customer is looking to accomplish. Very customer centric sales process. So I'm going to ask you questions so I can learn exactly what kind of RV you're looking for. Once I have that information, I'm going to look at my inventory. And then once I look at my inventory, I'm going to make sure that I have an RV that meets your needs specifically. Right? So now what this says is once I learn that information and I know what you're looking for, now I'm going to take a look at my inventory to see if I have something that meets your needs. Because if I don't have something that meets your needs, why would I waste your time and show it to you? Why would I waste your time and try to get you to buy it? Because I'm a salesperson that wants to add value to my customer's life. I'm not a salesperson that's just going to jam an RV down your throat because you're at my dealership. Okay. Customers know the difference. Okay. And you will close more deals by being a salesperson who wants to add value as opposed to being a salesperson who wants a commission check. Okay. So we're going to look at my list and see if there's any RVs that meet your needs. Okay. So again, I'm saying that to convey to my customer that, listen, I don't want to show you an RV unless it's going to meet your needs. And also what it conveys is that if I show you an RV, it is the right RV for you Because again, in the beginning, I said, hey, I'm going to ask you questions so that I can learn what kind of RV you need. Then I'm going to look at my list and see if I have an RV that meets your needs. If I have an RV that meets your needs exactly, then we'll go out to the lot. We'll take a look at one or two RVs. Once we do that, we'll come back into the dealership. We'll take a look at the numbers. That way, you know what you can buy that RV for cash or in a monthly payment. And then if it's the right RV, you'll buy it. If it's not the right RV, I won't even ask you to buy it. Does that sound fair enough? Now, when I ask, does that sound fair enough? And the customer says, yeah, that sounds fair. Okay. The customer says, yeah, that sounds fair. Well, now they just agreed to go through my sales process. Now they just agreed to sit down at the desk. Now they just agreed to let me ask them as many questions as I feel I need to get the information I need to show them the right RV. You see, so the introduction here is all designed to show my customer that we care about them, that our main focus is their needs, their wants, their desires. In addition to that, this introduction is designed to get your customer in the idea that they might be buying today, because I used the words from the very beginning. Have you bought from our dealership before? If it's the right RV, you'll buy it. If it's not, I won't even ask you to buy it. But the trick here is, if we ask enough questions and learn needs about our customer, we will almost always have the right RV for them. So we can say, hey, because I asked you these questions, I looked at my inventory. We do have the perfect RV for you. Let's go out and take a look at the perfect RV. Right? I'm not wasting your time. I'm not showing you units that won't fit. I'm not showing you units that are above your budget. I'm not showing you units that won't work when you get to your campground. I'm showing you the perfect RV that's going to meet your needs. It's going to help you accomplish your goals, and it's going to add value to your life. Let's go take a look at this amazing RV. So now when we go and we take them out to the lot and we show them the unit, we can start connecting those needs and wants with the perfect RV, right? When we demo that product, we show them, different things. We try to trial close them, we soft close them, things like that. Okay. That's, a whole nother discussion. But we're demoing the RV. We show them the RV. They love it, right? Just like in our introduction. Now, what are we going to do? Now, we're going to take them inside. We're going to sit them down. We're going to show them the numbers. That way they can know what they need to buy it for cash or in a monthly payment. Now, this is very important as well, because we don't want to assume that we have cash buyers. We don't want to assume that we have finance buyers. We want to give our customer all the information that they need to make a deal, whether it's for cash, whether it's in a monthly payment. It doesn't matter. We're just providing enough information to my customer so that they can make an educated decision on the perfect RV. Because again, if it's the perfect RV, you'll buy it. If it's not, I won't even ask you to buy it, right? But also, again, remember, because of the way our sales process is and because we're able to ask the right questions, we will be able to find a perfect RV at our dealership 95, 100% of the time, possibly, depending on our inventory. Right. So, most of the time we can use that to our advantage and say, listen, we have the right RV. That's why I showed it to you. Right. So stop, wasting time. Stop, putting your family's dreams on hold. Buy this RV today. It's the perfect one. And it's the perfect one because you took them through a good sales process. You asked the right questions. You went past surface level, and you were able to pull out your customers' emotions, needs, wants, and desires. Okay, and all of it starts from the introduction, because if you have a good introduction and then at the end of it you say, does that sound fair enough? And a customer says, yeah, that sounds fair. Well, now all you have to do is walk to your desk, sit them down at your desk, and they have already agreed to go through your sales process. So they're not going to fight you on it. They're not going to drag their feet on it. They already said, yes, I'll go through that process. Yes, I'll let you ask me those questions. And because you got them to agree before you started asking the questions, they're not going to lie to you. They're going to be open. They're going to be honest. And it's going to be a lot easier for you to start working the deal. Okay, so if you're having a bad introduction, if you don't know how to start off the sales process, really watch this video again and practice that introduction and go through that word track and obviously dial it into your RV dealership. But at the end of the day, if you can get your customers to agree to go through the sales process that you want to take them through in the introduction, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to take them through that, for you to get a commitment in the deal, for you to show the right RV, and for you to close a sale. Okay. If you want to learn some more about the sales process, you can always get the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it at Barnes and Noble. So, make sure you hop over there, grab that book written by the one and only Chris Paulino, right? So go ahead, grab that book on Amazon, grab it on Barnes and Noble. If your RV dealership or your business needs more customer leads or sales training, give me a call. That's what we do here at IMR, 330-703-3930. Again, my direct number, 330-703-3930. Give me a call. I'd love to help your dealership or your business get more leads so that your so that your sales teams can close more deals, right? The more customers we have, the more leads we have, the more customers the sales team can talk to, the more opportunities we have to close a deal, right? And then as we get better at the sales process, the more of those customers we're going to close. So if you need more customer leads at your dealership, or if you need sales training at your dealership or business, give me a call, 330-703-3930. You can also do some online training. We have over 40 plus videos of the same Sell More, Live More sales training process, the same thing we talk about here in these live streams. You can get it 24/7, 365. Sign up now at sellmorelivemore.net. It's only $9.97 a month or $97 for the whole program. So it's very, very inexpensive. Not sure how long that price is going to stay. So make sure you hop over to sellmorelivemore.net. Sign up for that monthly program. That way you can have access to the sales training. There's a bunch of great videos in there, and it'll help you dial in your sales process, right? So if you're in RV sales, you should definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. We're going to be talking about RV sales process all year long. We're going to be talking about the sales process in general. That way we can get, ironed in and just get better at the deal. If you're a salesperson out there that wants to do a live role play, I'd love to do a live role play with you. Make sure you schedule it with me. You can do it by connecting with me on LinkedIn, shooting me a message and connect and getting it locked in that way. Or you can give me a call directly, also 330-703-3930. Let me know you want to do a live role play. We'll get it locked in. We'll get it scheduled. That way we can get a role play going and we can, get the sales process dialed in. Right. So again, if you want to grab the book, hop over to Amazon, Barnes and Noble. The link is in the description here in the video. So you can go to the Amazon link there and buy the book from Amazon directly from that link. So hop over to Amazon, grab that book, sellmorelivemore.net. That way you can do the online sales training. And again, if you need more customer leads, if you need sales training for your dealership, give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. But, if you're out there at the RV dealership this weekend, let's make sure we're having good introductions with our customers, because that is a great way to drop their defenses, get them ready to go into the deal with them. It allows us to explain our buying process so that our customers feel comfortable going through that process, and it'll allow us to close more deals. If you're having trouble in the deal, slow it down, get better at the introduction, get more dialed in on the introduction, and I can promise you the rest of your sales process will go a lot more smooth if you dial in your introduction. Okay, so let's make sure we dial in that introduction. I thank you for being here. We're going to be talking about RV sales process all year long and the sales process in general. So I'll see you on the next one.